the world stopped for a moment. Not because of a scandal, not because of a viral dance, but because of one word: karma. In just 7 days, Stray Kids have done what many thought was impossible: 68.7 million streams. 1 week, one project, one statement. Fans are calling it the storm of 2025. Media outlets are losing their minds. Even Western artists and producers are asking the same question: what is happening with Stray Kids? This isn't just a song, it's a phenomenon. And today, we are breaking down how Stray Kids turned Karma into the biggest debut week project on Spotify in 2025, and why their global reign is nowhere near its end. Let's rewind to early 2025. The K-pop industry was already buzzing. Solo debuts, long-awaited comebacks, rookie groups flooding the scene, everything was moving fast. But then, out of nowhere, Stray Kids dropped something that felt different. Karma wasn't released like any other project. It wasn't marketed as a typical album or single. It was a movement. A bold statement that screamed, "We're not following the wave, we are the wave." And within its first week, it exploded. 68.7 million Spotify streams, officially making it the biggest debut week of 2025 on the platform. It surpassed not just K-pop peers, but even major Western releases that had full-scale marketing behind them. Was it expected? Maybe. Was it deserved? Absolutely. The moment Karma dropped, social media went into chaos. X, formerly Twitter, was immediately flooded with hashtags like Karma68M and hashtag Stray Kids Domination. Timelines turned into a nonstop wave of reactions, theories, edits, and fan-made tributes. One post read, "This isn't just a comeback, it's a prophecy." Another joked, "Spotify needs new servers because Stray Kids just broke the old ones." The memes were hilarious, but the impact was real. The track's bass, its cinematic production, and its haunting lyrics hit deep. Fans called Hyunjin the visual king of chaos. Felix looked like a character from a dystopian movie, and Singmin's emotional vocals tied everything together like magic. Within days, the Karma hook, "Karma Bites Back," became a viral TikTok sound used in over 500,000 videos in under a week. It dominated not just K-pop corners of the internet, but the mainstream. And then came the headlines. Billboard called it a sonic revolution. Rolling Stone wrote, "K-pop just rewrote the streaming game." Even BBC Music commented on how Stray Kids were blurring the line between artistry and dominance. It was official. Karma had become more than a hit. It was an era. Let's talk data. Spotify confirmed it. 68.7 million streams in the first week. That's higher than BTS's PTD On Stage Live with 51.9 million streams, and even above the globally viral This Is For project with 49.1 million. But here's what's wild. Karma wasn't a full-length album or a heavily promoted tour release. It was a creative project. Experimental, bold, and completely artist-driven. It debuted at #1 on the global Spotify chart, topping charts in 41 countries, including the US, Japan, Brazil, and France. That's not just fandom power, that's mainstream impact. On TikTok, the official sound reached over 180 million views in 1 week. Even Western influencers, dancers, and DJs started using it for transitions and edits. For a week straight, it felt like the whole world was running on one frequency, and that frequency was Karma. So what makes this track so special? The answer is simple. Stray Kids know exactly who they are, and they never play it safe. Karma keeps their signature heavy bass, intricate rap, and powerful hooks, but adds a cinematic twist, an almost apocalyptic atmosphere that feels larger than life. Changmin and Han deliver their lines like a war cry. Felix's deep voice adds that now iconic layer of darkness, and Singmin's emotional vocals tied everything together like magic. Every frame of the music video feels like a piece of art. Fans joked, every screenshot could be a wallpaper. Lyrically, it's all about consequence. It's about facing what you've done and owning your truth. A message that resonates deeply with fans who've grown up alongside the group. When other groups chase formulas, Stray Kids reinvent them. They don't just drop a song, they drop a statement. That's why fans say, you don't listen to Karma, you experience it. Naturally, the success didn't go unnoticed. Producers and artists worldwide started asking who worked on the track. An American DJ tweeted, "This beat could fill any stadium. The production is unreal." Whispers began circulating, rumors of global collaborations in the making. Names like Skrillex, Metro Boomin, and The Weeknd have been mentioned in speculative fan threads. Whether or not those rumors are true, one thing is clear. Stray Kids have the respect of the industry now, not just as idols, but as full-fledged artists. Karma raised the bar for sound engineering, choreography, and visual production. It's not just a K-pop moment, it's a music industry moment. Beyond all the records, streams, and headlines, there's something more profound about Stray Kids. They've stayed authentic. From Mixtape Dominate to Karma, their identity has never wavered. They're loud, unapologetic, and brutally honest about their artistry. Fans describe them best. They didn't chase trends, they became the trend. This is why people connect so deeply with them. Even with all their success, they still feel real. When they perform, it's not just a show, it's a story. That's what makes Karma more than a record breaker. It's proof that Stray Kids have evolved from rising idols to global trailblazers. 68.7 million streams is not just a milestone. It's a statement that the world is listening, and they're not stopping anytime soon. Of course, what's a Stray Kids era without the Stay fandom setting the internet on fire? Fans organized digital billboards across New York, Seoul, Tokyo, and Sao Paulo. Each one displayed the same powerful message. Karma is Stray Kids. Stray Kids is Karma. Fan edits flooded YouTube and X. Remixes popped up on SoundCloud within hours. Artists, photographers, and animators all created tributes celebrating the group's rise. And the emotional ones, who followed since Elevators shared their memories online. They started from the basement, and now they're rewriting history. Some joked, Spotify's algorithm just gave up trying to compete. For Stays, this wasn't just about numbers. It was about witnessing a journey, one that's now legendary. But what truly sets Karma apart isn't just its sound, it's the timing. Stray Kids released this project in a period when global streaming behavior is shifting fast. The pandemic era turned casual listeners into playlist addicts. The younger audience doesn't wait for radio, they discover through algorithms. And Stray Kids mastered that digital rhythm. Their sonic identity, loud, experimental, cinematic, cuts through the noise instantly. Within the first 24 hours, Karma was already dominating Spotify's Today's Top Hits, Apple Music's global charts, and TikTok's trending page. That kind of cross-platform impact isn't coincidence, it's strategy backed by artistry. Music critics have pointed out how Stray Kids are rewriting what it means to be self-producing idols. They're not just performing songs, they're crafting entire worlds around them. Karma's concept visuals, color grading, and choreography aren't random aesthetics, they're narrative tools. Every frame tells a story of balance, consequence, and rebirth. For longtime fans, this feels like the next evolution of their universe, one that connects all the way back to their early mixtape series. And maybe that's why Karma hits so hard emotionally. It's not just about revenge or justice, it's about growth. It's about facing yourself. The same message resonates deeply with fans who've grown up alongside the members, who've seen them fall, rebuild, and now rise higher than ever. So when Stray Kids shout Karma bites back, it's not anger, it's triumph. It's the sound of 8 artists who refused to conform, who built their empire from passion, grit, and vision. And as the numbers continue to climb, one thing becomes clear. This isn't the peak of Stray Kids. This is the beginning of a new era. An era where Karma defines not just a song, but a legacy. In just 1 week, Stray Kids have once again changed the game. With Karma, they didn't just break records, they redefined what global success looks like in K-pop. It's not luck, it's evolution. They faced criticism, comparisons, and constant pressure and turned it all into fuel. Now one question remains. What's next for Stray Kids after this? Will Karma lead into a world tour? Or is there another project already waiting to drop? Whatever it is, one thing is sure. The world isn't ready, but Stray Kids are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more K-pop deep dives. And tell us in the comments, what's your favorite moment from the Karma era so far? Because if the music world has one universal truth, it's this. Karma always comes back. And this time, it came in the form of Stray Kids.